Well, my name is Patrick Fee. I'm the only MC you'll ever meet who can spell his last name in hexadecimal, and I'm going to be here for you all day long. Going to meet a couple other people, the voices you'll hear in just a minute, but I want to tell all of you that, every single one of you, that we're really happy that you're all here, and we're all going to have a blast. Now, I know you've been working hard to build your robots, and I can't wait to see how your robots and teamwork come together in this year's challenge. As many of you know, FIRST is more than a non-profit. FIRST is a global movement transforming young lives and inspiring future inventors, innovators, and problem solvers. FIRST engages young people, kindergarten through grade 12, in their 4 renowned STEM programs. FIRST LEGO League Junior, FIRST LEGO League, FIRST Robotics Competition, and of course, FIRST Tech Challenge! Now, FIRST Tech Challenge started back in 2005, and in just 12 years, it's grown to nearly 5,000 teams. FIRST Tech Challenge is getting bigger and better every single year. It's now in 24 different countries, folks, and this continues the transformative impact of FIRST programs. For that, we say thank you to every single one of you. You are a part of this movement. You're helping make this program possible for the next generation of innovators in this room. You guys are the future. Give it up for everybody here. Now, this year's challenge has been developed in conjunction with an action adventure theme. Archaeologists are exploring an unknown ancient civilization. While exploring, the scientists discover a map which shows that this prosperous civilization has left behind a wealth of information and ancient artifacts that would give insight into the life and prosperity of the mysterious civilization. However, those artifacts won't be easy to get, and the archaeologists must crack the code to unlock ancient secrets. Since the voyage could be a dangerous one, the archaeologists must deploy robots to uncover and retrieve the ancient artifacts for them. You know this. This year's exciting challenge involves robots scoring glyphs in their Alliance crypto boxes and creating cipher patterns to crack the code. This game culminates with our robots rescuing their relics and returning them to safety. I know you know all about this because you guys have been working so hard on these robots and already competing. Every single one of you has competed to get here today. Now, today's competition wouldn't be possible without our dedicated sponsors. We want to make sure that we thank our FIRST Technical Challenge season presenting sponsor, Qualcomm, and our official program sponsor, Rockwell College. Give it up! Science, technology, engineering, and math studies have never been so important, and FIRST Tech Challenge is playing a huge role in getting kids involved in all of these disciplines. Parents and mentors, your presence here to support your children and students is crucial to the process. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up for all our parents and mentors and coaches that are here today. Now remember, FIRST doesn't start at the end of high school. There are plenty of scholarships. Who's a junior or a senior out there? Would you like some money for college? Okay, if you said no, you're lying. There's over $40 million available there, and over 40% of those, the different scholarships have no requirement as to major. So you need to be checking on the website to see if you can't get yourself a scholarship with FIRST. Students, I want you to do something for me today. I want you to keep the idea of gracious professionalism close at heart. In the back of your minds, you need to be thinking about this all the time because you're going to do your best work at the same time you're going to respect the values of all the other students. You know, I want to beat you, but I want you to bring your best game to do it. So, let's give it up one quick time for gracious professionalism. It sets FIRST apart. Today's where the rubber meets the road, ladies and gentlemen. All the hard work you've been putting into designing, building, and programming your robots. Good luck. At this point, I want to take one quick second out and introduce the other voices you're going to hear. Patrick Fee, I'll be doing a little bit of work here. Also, we've got Reagan Roberts. Wait, there's Reagan. We've got Skip Yarn over there. And hiding over here in the cheap seats, it's John Edwards. Those are the voices you're going to be hearing all day long. But first, I've got an even more important voice for you. Before we're going to get to the first match, we have a distinguished guest I want to introduce. A gentleman who started off in New Zealand, worked his way through Australia, I'm sorry he spent a little bit of time at Penn State, but I've forgiven you for that. Sorry, I'm an Ohio boy. Cornell, he's been all Germany. This man's been all over the map. He is the corporate director for USRA. Ladies and gentlemen, give a warm welcome to Steve Mackwell!
Thank you. I work at the University Space Research Association, and we're an organization that supports the federal government in areas of science and technology. We work very diligently. We work mostly with NASA. And one of our key roles, one of our most important roles, is to try and draw the younger generation into science and technology areas. And so we are always looking for ways to facilitate kids becoming engaged in activities like this activity today. We think of the FIRST Robotics as one of the most important things that we do. As part of my work that I do, I run programs for NASA and the Air Force that place about 1,300, 1,400 students a year in NASA centers and in Air Force research lab facilities. So you guys who are going into college, think about summer internships and think about USRA, because we can help you with that, because that's a really good way to get hands-on experience in real lab situations where you're doing the actual work and advancing the technology for the future. Right now, we're about 50 years, just under 50 years since the Apollo missions. In July of 1969, humans put their first step on the moon. Back then, technology wasn't like it is today. There was no web, there were no chips, there was nothing like this. We did amazing things in a very short amount of time to put humans on the surface of the moon. And we did it because a whole group of young people came together for NASA at a time when they were needed, and their creativity, their innovation, their unwillingness to give up or let challenges slow them down enabled us to, in a very short number of years, develop the capability to land people on the moon. 50 years later, technology has advanced significantly, but our prosperity, our future as a nation depends critically on the technical fields and science. And the kids we're looking at today, this is tomorrow, this is the future of this country, this is what drives us to be the best in the world. And so I just want to say I'm excited to be here. It's great to see all the excitement, all the innovation. They're really, really clever outfits too. But and I got to also add that these kids wouldn't do it without the parents, the mentors, the teachers who've enabled them to do this. And I just want to see all these guys go on and really move out and take the country forward, because that's what we need as a nation. We need the young people to drive us. So thank you all for being here. We're excited to be a part of this process and looking forward to see the games today. Thank you.
Give it up for Steve Mackwell. Come on, put your hands together. Now, each and every year, First Tech Challenge creates a bigger and better game for teams. Let's take a quick look at this year's challenge. First, Relic Recovery.
Game consists of 2 driver operators, a coach, and a robot. The robot must be built from materials specified in the game manual and fit within an 18-inch sizing cube. But after the match starts, it can expand. Each match is played with 4 randomly selected teams, 2 per alliance. Your alliance partner for one match may be your opponent in another. The game is played on a 12-foot square playfield with a foam tile floor and 1-foot-high walls. 2 red and 2 blue balancing stones are mounted on the field floor. 4 relics are positioned in the field corners. 4 jewel sets are positioned on the field walls. 4 crypto boxes are also located on the walls. In front of each crypto box is a taped-off safe zone. A glyph pit is also taped off in the center of the field. 24 gray and 24 brown glyphs are randomly arranged in the glyph pit. These foam blocks are 6 inches square. Red and blue relic recovery zones extend beyond the field toward the audience. And finally, the 2 Alliance stations are taped off on opposite sides of the field. Prior to the start of the match, teams must balance their robots on the balancing stones. They can be in any orientation. Teams also preload 1 glyph per robot, selecting either color. Then, field personnel randomize the locations of the jewels. They also randomly select one of 3 pictograph designs and install them on the field walls. Each match begins with a 30-second autonomous period. During the autonomous period, there are a number of ways for teams to score, using only pre-programmed instructions. If only 1 jewel is left on the platform at the end of the autonomous period, the Alliance corresponding to that color earns 30 points. Each glyph scored in a crypto box earns the Alliance 15 points. The pictographs have coded messages indicating which of the crypto box columns is a key. If a robot can decode this message and place a glyph in the crypto box key, their Alliance earns a 30-point bonus. Each robot parked in a safe zone earns their Alliance 10 points. Following the autonomous period is the 2-minute driver control period. There are a number of ways to score points. Each glyph scored in a crypto box earns the Alliance 2 points. A completed row of glyphs earns an additional 10 points. And a completed column earns an additional 20 points. If an Alliance can score 12 glyphs in one of the 6 cipher patterns, it will earn an additional 30 points. CryptoBox scores are cumulative and can add up quickly. The last 30 seconds of the driver control period is the end game. If a team completes a CryptoBox cipher, they are allowed to place relics before the end game. During the end game, teams may reach over the perimeter wall and place a relic in the recovery zone to earn 10, 20, or 40 points. An upright relic earns an additional 15 points. And finally, each robot balanced on a balancing stone earns their Alliance 20 points. There are many ways to score points in relic recovery, but there are also rules that, if not followed, will award points to your opponents. For example, a robot may not control more than 2 glyphs at a time. And robots may not place non-glyph elements into a crypto box. This has been a brief summary of the first relic recovery game. For complete rules, please read the entire game manual, and remember to check the Q&A forum. But remember the most important rule in First Tech Challenge, gracious professionalism.
All right, that's the game. Want to make sure, obviously all you guys know about it, but we've got visitors here, we got a lot of people, we want to show how cool it is and how it changes every single year. Also, I want to remind all of you that we're going to introduce a couple groups to you. First off, a very important group of people are judges. Judges, if you wave just a little bit, wave your hands in your air like just don't care. There you go. These individuals have the difficult job of singling out the best of the best in today's many excellent teams. They've already been busy this morning interviewing teams and reviewing their engineering notebooks. They'll be in the pit areas watching matches before deliberating later today. We look forward to seeing the outcome of their hard work at the award ceremony this afternoon. Give them a big round of applause for their dedication. Hardest job you'll never hear about, right there. Next, we want to introduce to you the Field Technical Advisors, or FTAs. Where FTAs, wave for us, guys, if you would. They're quiet, but they make sure everything keeps running. These volunteers know the ins and outs of the Android technology and robot control system we use to run this competition, and they're key to keeping everything moving smoothly. We're in charge of ensuring the robots are running properly on the field and off. Thank you, FTAs. All right, give it up. And last but not least, our zebras out there, our team of referees. Now, I say this in every single match, but I'll say it right now. Please keep in mind, they have a really difficult job ensuring that everyone is playing by the rules. As in all sports, their rules are final, and there's no reruns or video replays. We have a full schedule, and we need to complete all the qualification matches in the time allowed. Please help us stick to the schedule by respecting their decisions, following the appropriate challenge process. Find your question boxes if you need to ask a question, and take care of it that way. Thank you, referees. Have a great competition. Next up, we do want to do a shout out for the mentors and coaches that are critical to the learning experience of your team's success. Many of you are also mentoring teams from one of our other FIRST professional programs, FIRST LEGO Junior League, FIRST LEGO League, and FIRST Robotics Competition. Or you might even be alumni yourself. On behalf of all the FIRST programs, we want to give a big thank you out to all the mentors and coaches that are here today for your time and effort. You make a difference, guys. Mentors and coaches, thank you very much. All right, let's get to business. Here's a general schedule for the day. At the conclusion of these opening ceremonies, we're going to begin our qualification matches. Following the qualification rounds, I think we have about 30 different rounds, we'll move on to the alliance selection, where the top-ranked teams will choose their alliance partners for this afternoon's elimination tournament. Finally, after we've crowned a champion on a playing field, we're going to begin our award ceremony on this exciting day. Going to want to make sure you stick around for all of it, because it's not just the teams that win that wind up getting some really great awards. Teams, you guys ready for First Relic Recovery? Are you ready? Let's get this adventure started. All right, before we start, I'm going to ask everyone to please rise. Gentlemen, remove your covers. And please join Lillian Stoneberger and Harini Cannon in the singing of our national anthem.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rockets grew the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Okay, guys, let's get ready to start. Remember, we have two divisions here. Over on